I'm sorry.
Good day to you.
Well, I have to get to know the people I...
Let me give you some good advice. People will try to get to know someone through their actions.
Show me... A word about the price.
Sure.
What would you say to...
That's all. Aye.
God! Go! I could go for something to eat now. Go! Whoa! Whoa!
Jesus Christ be praised.
I'm Henry, Miller Crazel's new apprentice. He sent me to search for a niter pit and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie? It's not a name I hear often.
It's not the name I was baptized with. In our craft, it ain't a good idea to tell people your real name. That's why we use nicknames. What should we call you?
Henry's fine.
Well, that's not very creative. You know what? I'll come up with a nickname for you myself when I get to know you better. Did you bring me something from the mill?
Actually, Crazy...
He's right there.
I'm sorry.
I reckon I'll just have to scrape together
What kind of...
the kind where Zenek finally gets some sense into his head and stops making... Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistus. While we're on the subject of rituals,
He did.
And
I'm curious to see what a golem made. I'm mostly curious to see if Crazel will really be able to...
I'm more worried that as soon as it comes to light, so if by some chance it looks like something's going wrong, you won't see my heels for dust. But that's enough of that. We're not going to stand here talking about... I'd like to chat with you too, but if you're in a hurry to find...
No.
You know what? When they caught Zeneg in Troskovitz, I was scared. I had to hide out here for a while. Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zeneg and all the other mill knuckleheads. So I'm glad the millers finally found a normal but it's a shame I don't have my dog Sniffer no more.
Crazel mentioned that he...
He started getting these lumps. And what about you? What kind...
I found myself following the path of the knight. My only brother now is my sword.
Oh, aye. Men these days solve all their problems in armor on the field. Where are the good old days when everything could be solved with a simple dagger stab or a nice... Jesus. And you know who else pines for the good old... What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
He seems awfully mystical. He has
It's his beard that does that, don't? Thanks for talking to me. It really... But now, before you came, and before Zeneg fucked up with the manuscript, we collected saltpeter all over the place. It has to be scraped from the walls. Horrible work. I'm not going to lie to you. We also looked in a few chests, just in case. Anyhow, now all the styes in the region are scraped clean and we're sitting pretty on a nice...
barrel is quite a lot.
For the whole Trotsky... Unfortunately, Crazel said we need at least...
6 times?
I reckon so. There should be as much as If you're looking for it, you ought to know how saltpeter forms.
No, I don't. And
Don't forget that saltpeter crystals are formed in places where something is rotting. It can be shit. Well, a saltpeter pit is actually nothing more than a mass...
Crazel said saltpeter is a vessel for life energy. I get it that it's left over from dead bodies.
God's mysterious ways.
And he also wanted me to taste it.
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpeter or some other shit.
Jesus. And you know where to look?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. A person who's digging holes and throwing dead bodies into them and doesn't even know he's got a gold... I mean...
The local grave?
Exactly. And the one we have here in the region is...
Well, I haven't met him yet.
The cemetery is beyond Troskovitz, towards the Apollonia rocks.
So I'm in for a walk to...
Seems like... Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. It was fun. I learned a lot during that time, and I won't keep it to myself.
I'll keep that in.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so... He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat from...
Good idea.
He lives a short way from the cemetery, so at least the meat won't go bad on the way. Lots of luck, Henry. Henry? Aye, almost done.
I'm as hungry as a wolf. Why do you want...
Because he pays well and don't care.
You mean...
And
What did you...
I got by any way I could.
You? A nun? Well, why not?
Oh well, different people have different fates.
What do you think about Crazel?
You're another one of those that don't know if they should love him or hate him. Crazel is his own man. Once you learn to get... But sometimes he's
I'd like you to...
What would you like?
Greetings.
A night like this couldn't cost more than 10 groschen for a spare loaf of bread. I should get going.
Greetings.
What now?
God bless you.
How can I help you today?
I'll have a look at... I'd like to discuss...
Sure.
Do you accept?
Look. Finally.
What happened to the hermit from Apollonia?
He's been acting strange the last few days. Don't bother going.
I hear Ambrose the hermit had...
Aye. He used to have it hanging on the wall in his hut, but then he took it down. He
Do you know anything about...
Mother of God, I don't...
Quick! Come here.
The Lord be with you. What do you need?
I'm Henry.
Ignatius. Master of the... Looking for a final... Or do you need to bury a dead goat?
I'm more interested in the grave digging
Once you try it, you'll never want to do nothing else till the day you die.
You got a big cemetery here.
Ain't it? But being the gravedigger, I'll never have a place of my own here. They'll throw me by the wall like a dog and bury me without ceremony. But when I'm dead, I won't care. If it was up to me, I'd even bury the suicides in hallowed ground. We're all equal before death and the Lord. This game of better...
What's the story with the...
The story?
But you said there's been a lot of people dying around here.
Well, it ain't usual for people to get off by the cartload out here in the sticks, if you ask me.
I don't know.
That might be the reason that... Look, I'm not suggesting anything. If things keep up like this, I'll be out of work in no time. There'll be no one left.
Being a gravedigger must be a lonely...
Funny a young lad like you is so interested in gravedigging.
Well, I'm only asking.
That figures. Youngsters these days wouldn't know hard work if it bit 'em on the arse. It's no...
Are you...
No. I'm giving you a...
And how do you know that?
You've got that look.
Could you be more specific?
You just aren't cut out for it, and that's that. It's a service. A labour of love.
Ignatius, I'm gonna need your help.
Of course. How many are there? Where do you want to bury them? Shall we grind the teeth up, or do you want to take them away in your purse?
None of that. I have a different, slightly unusual request. Bonnie from Lower Semine sent me. We're looking for a saltpeter pit.
From Lower Semine? What pit?
A saltpeter pit.
I ain't never heard of nothing like that.
Nah, it's actually these white crystals form on the walls of it. And that's exactly what...
You should have said you're looking for the pit I throw carcasses into. What's all this about Salty Peter? I'm going to go there anyway, so I'll take you there.
Really? That was easier than I thought.
Not even a chicken scratches in the dirt without hope of reward, though. I have some collections from some Slatigo farmsteads, and I'd be a fool if I didn't use a helping hand. At least one day I can take it a bit easy.
You want me to help you with your grave digging business?
Why not? You look like a...
I have a better idea. You tell me where I can find...
I won't say no. Oh, aye, fresh. Now, listen closely. That pit of yours lies at the end of a long journey that we'll take together on my wagon.
So you got meat out of me for nothing?
When I see how much you lot in Lower Semine are interested in it, I'm not just going to hand it to you on a plate. But thanks for the meat, and don't worry about a thing. Grave digging is a job like any other. Sooner, and if it wasn't for us knackers, folk would have to deal with their animal carcasses.
Of course. I'm just a little worried about what people will say about me. I wouldn't like to lose the honour I've earned as squire to a noble.
Don't worry about what people say. They'll only... So what then? Shall we take a nice little ride with my boys Snorter and Dragonfly here? Nice and early.
Let's get this...
Didn't you understand me? Like I said, be here at daybreak. That's between night and day. Do you understand?
Is there some place I can...
Of course, if you've got nothing better to do, If you know how to read, I have a book hidden in the outhouse I got of a dead fella. That'll make the time go. In fact, you can keep it. All I can do...
And where can I...
At the inn in Truscovitz. Get a good breakfast there, too. Here's a little something so you know I take care of my helpers.
Quick!
And what's going to happen with the field? Huh? Hell will free
Jesus Christ be praised.
No, of course not. I was feeling under the weather in the evening, and the next morning I just couldn't get up.
By the weather, do you mean that old ball and chain of yours?
Are they
If I
Maria?
was under her, I reckon I wouldn't be able to get up either.
Hey, that's enough of that.
You do remember the promise we made, don't you?
It was one mass. I hardly reckon I'll face damnation for that.
We promised that if we can't be together here on Earth, we'd be together after death.
I'm telling you, it was just one mass.
You don't care about us at all. Why did you marry that old battle axe anyway? We could have been together in this life too.
Don't even start.
Greetings to you.
by the stains of his body. So what? Somebody did it in and...
Gah!
Greetings.
What do you have?
I'd like to do something about that.
Sure.
I'll have a look at the... I'd like to do something about that price.
All right.
Satisfied?
That sounds really interesting. Look. Very well then.
I heard too.
Aye.
What happened?
Who knows what Gerda saw there? But it must be some
I heard Stanislav had some kind of nighttime vision. Like
Mary Mother, a few days ago, he ran into the village on his last legs with fear.
Everything all right, eh?
Greetings to you.
I'm
Looking for audience. I'm more. You got ain't it? We're all.
What's this? But you said there's been.
Well, it ain't. I don't know. I might be. Look, if things.
Being a gravedigger must.
Funny.
But am I?
That thing.
Are you?
No.
And how do you know that?
You've got.
Could you be?
It's.
I'm not from these parts, and I've seen a few.
The same as where you come from, I reckon. They mark spots where the sin.
That's an interesting way.
Aye, like when a fellow, or if the law, the sinner then has to erect a conciliation cross.
Where does he get the?
Where do you think?
You're in charge of that.
I know how to cut a cross out of stone. And what of it? With the soft sandstone around.
So they're all.
I wish. I've only sold 2 or 3 recently. You might. All I.
Do you know any more?
Aye, I do, but I'm not telling you any. Shall we?
None. Bonnie
From
assault. Nah, these what?
You.
Really?
Not. At least.
You want?
Why?
I have.
Oh, now listen closely. That we'll take
So you got...
When I... But thank... Great. And if it...
Of course, I wouldn't like...
Don't worry. So what? Nice.
I'll have to think about...
I head out nice and early at the crack of dawn. So make...
Hail?
Greetings.
I'm feeling a bit peckish.
Praise be to God, my friend.
I don't know if I'm completely ready for this, but let's get going.
The dew is still on the leaves. The roads are clear. You don't need your horse. I'll stable him here. It'll be heaven for him. In any case, heaven's always close here. Hop on the wagon and Snorter and Dragonfly here will take care of us. Did I bring that stuff for Visor? Meat? Bane? Aesop? Got it all. Good. Come on then, get a move on. We've got a long journey ahead of us, so get yourself comfortable so your arse won't hurt. So, you say you're from Lower Samine, eh?
Well, you could say that. I help the miller with whatever I can. I got a place to sleep there. Soon I'll be able to call the miller uncle.
I remember Crazel when he was still a wee lad. Even then he was a great big smart-ass. When I buried his parents, he was traipsing somewhere through the world. Maybe you heard what they say about Lower Samine round these parts. Crazel don't sell short measure, not that. He looks out for his reputation, but his helpers have been seen often in the villages after dark, looking fishy. Or during the day, in the pillories. Don't that Bonnie of yours belong to that gang too?
Unfortunately, she does. Crazel ordered Bonnie and her accomplice Zinnet to scrape saltpeter off the walls of the sties. And when they had a chance to loiter about in the yards here in the region, well, they made good use of the opportunity to line their purses.
Ay, ay, ay. What have I gotten myself into in my twilight years? Lower Samine's a thorn in the side for a lot of folk. Some on account of the competition. Some is just rubbed up the wrong way by that Crazel. Either way, all they need's the slightest excuse to grab their pitchforks. Go and grab the miller and shove his face right in his own millstone. Yeah! Yeah! Whoa, boys! Whoa! Come on! Come on! Are you deaf? Oh, they're acting stubborn again. Now listen, Henry. Here on the left side, you'll see the ruins of a cottage that's been abandoned for a few years. I have a trap set inside the cottage. I wanted to lure a wolf into it, but that didn't work out. There's a deer rotting there unnecessarily. So hop in there and bring it to the wagon. Finally, at least we're not blocking the road too much.
Shit!
Oh, Jesus, what a stench. Better quickly throw it in a sack and take it back to the wagon.
stolen enough already.
What do you mean already? What lackeys? I've no idea what you're on about, fella.
This fella's with him.
Get
for
over
sure.
here!
Look,
Now!
What's going on, Ignatius?
Ah, I'm trying to explain to these fellas we've got nothing to do with no thieving around here. They should go to Lower Samine to complain.
2 stinking pieces of shit was sneaking around our sties and cellars and lining their purses with silver too while they was at it. Some scruffy and dunger. You must be scruffy, eh?
I'm Henry, and those, names mean nothing to me.
Like I said, if it's rotten carrion they're after, they should have come to me. A passion for knacking is the only thing we have in common.
Is that so? So prove it then.
Ignatius is telling the truth. There are all sorts of types causing trouble in these parts. Not just from Lower Samine. Ignatius and I thank you for taking on the job of guarding the roads, making sure that honest, if somewhat grubby tradesmen stay safe.
Aye, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So, thanks.
Really good work, lad. Well, time waits for no man. Let's all carry on with our duties, eh?
All right, listen. We'll be going then. But if you happen to run into them 2 thieves, you tell us right away, got it?
Of course.
You can count on it.
Glad to hear it. Let's go, fellas. Maybe it was the one with that shape.
What now?
Not much left for us to do here, eh?
Hopefully our luck will hold out, and we'll only be breaking the limbs of carcasses today. The next farm's just up ahead. Hop on, and let's go. Here we come, Snorter. Don't worry. That was just a kind of little favor for me. Now we'll help the locals here in Jdar with their carcasses.
So far, I've just carried sacks. I already did that for the miller.
Yesterday, the good wife from that farm came and told me both their pigs died. So we'll scoop them up and haul them off. I mean, you'll scoop them up and haul them to my cart. She says it was a curse. There was a flash of lightning, the pigs started trembling, squealing and puking, and then keeled over and dropped dead.
All right, that's what you get. People sin here in their seclusion, thinking they're out of sight of our Lord.
It ain't my first day doing this job, so I could see right off them pigs had been poisoned. The good wife swore them pigs were happy as, well, pigs in shit. She said they even let them go to a nearby stream to have a wallow. It flows here through the forest on the right. Since we're here, you ought to go and take a look around there. Check how clear that spring really is.
All right, I'll see what's going on there.
And I'm going to enjoy having a helper, at least for one day. Maybe I'll roll around in the grass here with Snorter and Dragonfly.